Yep, it's DJ Sus1, the feature presentation radio show, co-host Ali V.
What's going on, guys?
So we got a guest in the building.
Yo, Eearz to the street.
Eearz to the street, repping Atlanta, and Mike Will is in the building as well.
Yeah, Eearz like the toe on the side of your head and the kid standing right here. What's going on, Sus1?
What's going on, my brother?
Man,
I like the
can't
energy.
Complain, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm happy to be here, man. New York, only for a few hours, man. One night only, man. We just dropped Eearz to the Streets Volume 2. It's out.
Nice.
iTunes. Go grab that shit. It's a motherfucking movie. You know what I'm saying? All the Eardrummer fans who been following me, who been down with me since Volume 1, since Work Your Muscle, you know what I'm saying? And if you haven't, if you brand new, you're welcome. Street people, come on, come all. It's number energy, and it's straight slaps.
I like artists like this. I just said hi.
I know.
For real.
So, yo, listen.
So we don't miss nothing.
So for the people who are new to Eearz to the Streets,
Yeah.
tell them about Volume 1. Tell them how you linked up with Mike Will. Tell them about the come up in ATL, and tell them how you got to Volume 2 going down in Interscope. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Tell us your story.
Man, my story, man. I'm just a young guy who been wanting to do this shit forever. You know what I'm saying? I grew in the dirty South, you know what I'm saying? My mother, she buried there. That's where I'm gonna be at, you know what I'm saying? And like that's what it is for me. This whole Eearz to the Streets, it all started, man, just growing up. You know what I'm saying? I always been Eearz, you know what I'm saying? I always had Eearz, the big ears and stuff and all that.
Did you watch Martin and Will Smith as a kid?
I did. But I seen like, you know what I'm saying? We seen all that stuff, but growing up, like, it was a lot of joking and stuff, but I kind of like embraced it, like, just from the giddy up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my aunties, everybody called me Eearz and stuff, but like, on a shorter note, like, as I got older, you know what I'm saying? I got more mischievous. I actually got into like a little scuffle. I got a scar on my ear, you know what I'm saying? So now I got the keloid, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I took over to it too, like, you know what I'm saying? And Eearz to the Streets, it kind of came along with just growing up and everything. Like, people call me that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's nothing I made up or nothing like that. Like, that's really me. So just channeled into the music and really figured out I could really do this. Like, when I sat down and buckled down, like, I took it goddamn seriously as a mug, for real. You know what I'm saying? Linking up with Mike Will, it was just like, that was just crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was all organic. Everything that happened, this whole story, this whole thing right here is organic. This whole interview right here, organic. Like, from the whole story of this. But me and Mike Will was just crazy, man. I was homeless, and then I ended up being walking distance from this studio called Up Some More. Walking to the studio every day.
Let's stop right there. First of all, how old are you?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
You
want to say?
No, me?
Yeah. No, because you said you were homeless and you seem like a young guy.
Yeah.
How was that, being homeless and trying to get in the game? Like,
man, I mean, it's real life. It's just reality. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even like, man, when you got real situations going on, like growing up, you start doing things you ain't never think you was gonna do getting older, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's what it was for me.
When you say homeless, you mean sleeping on a friend's couch?
No, I mean, like,
you was sleeping on the street.
Yeah, like, so I slept in parks, you know what I'm saying? I slept behind Brewster's, like, you know what I'm saying? I slept pillow to post, I did all that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dead for real. Like, I'm not like, nah, we're not taking it, like, this is not a story, like, this is real life, this is really happening. Like, so where I was sleeping, shortly from where I was sleeping at, it was a studio, walking distance, you know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, I was walking to this studio every single day. Like, I'm walking to this studio, and a mutual friend named Plus, you know what I'm saying? He's an Eardrummer producer as well, you know what I'm saying? He always kept his eyes on me, you know what I'm saying?
Or did he keep his ears on you? No,
Mike
Will's talking.
Rewind, man. We went to high school with each other too, but it was just like, it was an age difference. I was a senior.
Never knew him.
You know what I'm saying? He was in ninth grade.
And he was lit, like, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Been lit, like, he had the Gucci, like, you know what I'm saying? So back then, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, imagine just like all the fresh Gucci, brand new, like, you know what I'm saying?
Was Mike Will, I don't know, I get this aura from him, I don't know him on this level, but was he a bully in high school?
Nah.
To the ninth graders?
Nah.
He didn't slap the ninth graders up?
Nah.
Get that vibe?
Nah,
I barely was paying anybody in school any attention,
like,
man.
If you
I was rocking with Gucci in high school, you know what I'm saying? Like,
really?
we had a group, and we were lit, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were doing music in high school, so, you know what I'm saying? That's all I was about. Like, I was really more about my business. Like, as soon as that school bell rang, like, first period, that's when I'm walking in, and as soon as that school bell rang, last period, I'm gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I wasn't the bully type, but E and Plus, like, E and Plus went to the same high school, but me and Plus was, like, in the same grade. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? E and Plus already knew each other, like, from high school or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but they never really did. They were like boom bapping in like the cafeteria.
The lunch table.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But
Everybody does
It's
that.
like the
in high
story's
school.
so deep, man. The story's so deep. Like it's like dead for real. Like we really went to the same school and like didn't know each other. Like I used to see Mike. Like when I seen Mike, like I see his back. You know what I'm saying? But I knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up in school and stuff like that, I knew exactly who he was. I was familiar with the music. I was familiar with the sound and everything. And you know what I'm saying? It just was what it was. You know what I'm saying? But I knew Plus just he was like kind of like a master Roshi, if you will. Like I'm talking about, he was older than me, but like he was just heavy set cat. You know what I'm saying? Ashy black tea. Nobody was really even like talking to him like but like we just
Went from
attracted
ashy to
to
classy.
like man what he's a legend, he a genius, like what genius, he a straight genius.
Real
but like
talk.
from the day one, like he always pushed me like just freestyling, just from rapping, everything, just perfecting my craft, everything. He always just checked on me, like for real.
Now I want to ask you a question because he came, Eearz came in the studio. He's like, I want to rap. You know what I'm saying? That's some real MC shit. Now, no disrespect, because he's a real cool guy, but I just had an interview with Lil Yachty, and he was telling me he's not a rapper and he doesn't really listen to, the lyrics. Well, he didn't say he doesn't listen to lyrics, but he said that's just not his thing. He's not a rapper. Now, coming from the same background in Atlanta, how do you feel about those statements where he says he didn't really know, like, listen to Pac and listen to Biggie and those type of statements?
I don't feel no way about no statements. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, Yachty is fire. You know what I'm saying?
I hosted the Double
For
XL
real,
concerts. He's
like,
all the
for
way
real,
fire.
Like, I understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just all about just pushing forward. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Like, he's in a whole different lane of his own. Like, you know what I'm saying? He doing his thing, and it's fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not what he heard when he was growing up, that's just not what he heard. You know what I'm saying? But he was definitely inspired by something. Right. To like, you know what I'm saying, to become like how he is, even like, you know what I'm saying, to do music, everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Who was Eearz to the Streets influences?
Man,
rap wise,
it was like a melting pot, man. I was listening to everything. My dad was playing from the Fugees to Tupac to Biggie to everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to everything, to Earth, Wind and Fire, just everything. Then you listening to Neil Young and you listening to all type of stuff, and I was listening to country singers and stuff. Like, I was listening to a bunch of music.
You can't forget Pastor Troy.
Troy, you can't. Yeah, I can't forget all that. I can't forget FAY. I can't forget. You know what I'm saying? I can't forget none of that. I can't forget all that.
Top five?
My top five, man.
I would love to hear this.
I can't even think out of the bat. Andre 3000, Tupac, Biggie. I love both of them. Who else?
Is there anybody in today's generation of hip hop that you would put in your top five or not?
I don't know. I got a lot of favorites. Oh, Trouble.
Okay.
Trouble from Atlanta.
Okay.
He always been one of my favorite artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely listen to Trouble. That's 4. And Eearz.
Nice. All right. So, fast forward. You didn't know Mike Will in high school at all. You guys knew through mutual friends. You knew who he was. How did you guys link afterwards? Like, just explain exactly how that went down.
So,
Plus.
like I said, Plus.
Like he just said, you guys need to link?
No. Plus is a producer. Plus is eardrummers. Like me and Plus was rocking with each other on the beats back then, like in high school. You know what I'm saying? We just always stood close. Like, I'm his brother. Like, as soon as he started trying to, you know what I'm saying, like go down the wrong path, I'm like, nah, Nick. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta come over here, man. Focus on the beats. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Where, like, you know how, like, you have people like in your family that sometimes tell you, like, man, nah, don't do, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stop doing the music. You need to focus on this. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So he was getting a lot of that too, and I was like, nah, bro, man, fuck that, bro. Like, you gotta go hard, bro. Like, keep going hard on the beats. Like, so we always just rock with each other, and like we still rock with each other today. Like, we got hits today with each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, when I started moving around with like Shrimp, you know what I'm saying, and like you know what I'm saying, like really rolling out Shrimp, it was like, man, Plus and Eearz linked up. Plus saw Eearz like in like a club. I mean, Eearz could tell you more about that, but like Plus it just hit me and was like, man, yo, you remember this kid named Eearz that we went to school with? He was like, you might not have known him, but like when I used to be in the cafeteria, you know what I'm saying, like over there like rapping and stuff, like he was like, man, Eearz was like one of the dudes over there, you know what I'm saying? He was like, but bruh, he is hard. Like, I be seeing him at the club. He pull up to the club like 50 deep, 100 deep. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, his energy on stage is like Shrimp, but he just tall. You know what I'm saying? He go crazy. Like, his music is hard. He was like, I'm gonna just have him come to the studio and just, you know what I'm saying, see what we can cook up. I was like, yeah, y'all cook up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and see what it is. And then like a couple weeks later, he was like, bro, he gotta be squad. Like, no matter what, like, he gotta be with us. And I was like, man, like, Plus is like that's my day one. That's like my day zero. So when he said that, I'm like, bet. So I come to Atlanta, and I'm just gonna go. Like I would see, like Eearz would be like around us going to the clubs, different stuff like that. But I never had heard his music. You know what I'm saying? I had met him. He was cool. And then like we went to the studio, and I was just gonna play the whole squad, Ransom, and Shrimp Life 1. You know what I'm saying? So I was playing that for the whole squad. So that same studio he was talking about, once we went in there, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to start playing the music. Man, this man plugs up his phone and just start playing the music, and then he just turned up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just feeling the energy. And I remember by like the third song, I had got chills. I'm like, hey, bro. I dapped him up. I'm like, bro, you was hard. Like,
all right. Well, since you said that, I think this is a perfect segue because I need to hear some bars today.
Yeah.
I need to get chills.
Yeah. If you play Gonna Be Something, you gonna hear them bars. Play Gonna Be Something right quick.
Play something. We're gonna get back to the
Gonna Be
bars
Something.
in a second,
Number
all right?
3.
Give us a few minutes. We'll be right back. It's the feature presentation radio show. DJ Sus One, Ali V. Ears to the street. Mike Will is in the building. When we come back, bars.
Ears to the street. Yo, Ears to the street.
Ears to the street, repping Atlanta, and Mike Will is in the building as well.
Yeah, Ears like the toe on the side of your head, and the kid standing right here. What's
did.
going on, Sus One?
What's going on, my brother?
Man,
I like the
can't
energy.
complain, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm happy to be here, man. New York, only for a few hours, man. One night only, man. We just dropped Ears to the Streets Volume 2. It's out.
Nice.
iTunes. Go grab that shit.
So for the people who are new to Ears to the streets.
Yeah.
Tell them about Volume 1. Tell them how you linked up with Mike Will. Tell them about the come up in ATL. And tell them how you got to Volume 2 going down in Interscope, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Tell us your story.
Man, my story, man. I'm just a young guy who been wanting to do this shit forever. You know what I'm saying? I grew in the dirty South, you know what I'm saying? My mother, she buried there. That's why I'm a fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? All the Eardrummer fans who been following me, who been down with me since Volume 1, since Work Your Muscle, you know what I'm saying? And if you brand new, you're welcome. Street people, come on, come out. It's nothing but energy, and it's straight slaps.
I like artists like this. I just said hi.
I know.
For real.
So, yo, listen.
So we don't miss nothing.
Yep, it's DJ Sus One, the feature presentation radio show, co-host Ali V.
What's going on, guys?
So we got a guest in the building.
Yo, that's where I'm gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what it is for me. This whole Ears to the Streets, it all started, man, just growing up. You know what I'm saying? I always been Ears. You know what I'm saying? I always had ears, the big ears and stuff, and all that.
Did you watch Martin and Will Smith as a kid?
I did. I did. But I seen like, you know what I'm saying? We seen all that stuff. But growing